This video will be explaining about the subsection in the law of contract known as the invitation to treat. But before that, a brief explanation about contracts. The law of contract governs on more aspects of our lives than we think, from mergers between titan companies to simply purchasing an item from a grocery store. Yes, even going to your favorite supermarket to get your groceries for the week involves the law of contract. So, what is a contract? Well, simply put, a contract is an agreement that is enforceable by law to which the agreements are made between at least two parties. A contract is made up of two components, an offer and an acceptance. When an offerer makes an offer, the other party, the offeree, accepts it, and a contract is formed. But in some cases, there will be instances when something appears to be an offer, but in actuality, it is not. This concept is known as an invitation to treat. It is not an offer, but simply an invitation to make one. An invitation to treat is not legally binding and is not enforceable by the law. Examples of invitation to treat are shop displays, tender, advertisements, auctions, price lists, catalogs, preliminary enquiries, and supply of information. A notable case of invitation to treat happened in an auction. This case was Payne versus Cave. After this incident, it was made into the common law. The year was 1789. Mr. Cave took a visit to an auction site run by one Mr. Payne. Mr. Cave made the highest bid for one of Mr. Payne's auction goods, a whopping £40. But before the auctioneer's hammer was struck, Mr. Cave withdrew his bid. Mr. Payne brought this case to court, demanding the defendant, Mr. Cave, to pay the full sum of his bid. The held response of the court is as follows. The court thought the non-suit very proper. The auctioneer is the agent of the vendor, and the assent of both parties is necessary to make the contract binding. That is signified on the part of the seller by knocking down the hammer, which was not done here till the defendant had retracted. Every bidding is nothing more than an offer on one side, which is not binding on either side till it is assented to. But according to what is now contended for, one party will be bound by the offer and the other not, which can never be allowed. Rule refused. In short, it was decided that in an action, the contract is formed at the end of the auction, which is when the gavel strikes. Before that moment, neither party is bound and either can back out. Since then, this case has been the bedding of a common law coded in Section 57(2) Sales of Goods Act of 1979. Since then, this case has been the bedding of a common law coded in Section 57(2) Sales of Goods Act of 1979.